Mark, you were looking for a response, and well, what response that is?
Yeah, you know, I think what you've got to do in this league and with a team like ours is stay calm. You know, we know how good they can be, and we know how bad they can be. You know, as I've said it before, you know, last season we lost 6 at Hearts, we've lost 7 at Celtic, and we've lost 5 already at Celtic this season. You know, we can play poorly, but we also know we can play well. And the nature of it is that from week to week it won't always be the same. So I think the important thing that we've done since Wednesday is that we've stayed calm, we've stayed as a group, we've picked the right team, the right people have stepped up. You know, I asked a big ask of Lionel today. I needed Lionel today, and we got him at his best. So I'm thrilled for him, I'm delighted for him, and I hope now he can keep reproducing that to stay in the team, because when he's in that sort of mood and he's got that sort of determination, and he has that at training, but he's not always brought it to the game. So I'm delighted with that. I'm delighted that for the players themselves after the disappointing, and of course, more than anything, I'm delighted for the fans, you know, because, you know, we'd lost a couple of games that I thought we shouldn't necessarily have lost. Maybe Celtic we deserved to lose, but narrowly. Hearts I didn't think we deserved to lose, and then we had a poor performance in the second half the other night. The fans, you know, want results as well as seeing all the young players, the things we're trying to do. It's alright talking about young players, but they want to see results. So I was delighted for the fans. They saw a few goals and they saw some good performances.
One of the things you mentioned coming into this was play well for 90 minutes, because it's been in spells early in the season. You got that today, and it showed because you were able to bring on some of the young boys.
Yeah, and you know, we want to keep doing that. We want to keep blooding them, but equally today, you know, we've talked about Lionel, we've talked about Scott McDonald, Stephen McManus, you know, Craig Sampson, the experienced players as well, you know, really stood up and were counted today and were very, very important in the result today, not just the young players with their energy, the experienced players stepped up. So that combination of young enthusiasm, young energy, and experience playing as well as they did today is the combination that we're looking for.
One of the things that you might take from today, obviously so many positives, but you might have a bit of a selection headache on your hands now with the fact that Lee Lucas has come in and put in a brilliant performance. Jack McMillan is continuing to play well at left back. Looking forward, how does that look?
Well, you know, we'll deal with that at the time. You know, Keith Lasley was injured today. He had hurt his toe and couldn't get his boot on, so he couldn't play. You know, but as a manager, it's up to me to pick the team, and I want as many players to pick from as possible. I don't want it made easy for me because of the fact there's only 11 fit. You know, I much prefer the competition for places. I've said that in the dressing room. You know, Kieran Kennedy has got back on the bench today because of the way he's trained. Jacob Blythe the same. You know, they're now starting to stand up to the challenge, and they've got to see that, for instance, those two, Jacob Blythe and Ryan Bowman, they've got to see the two boys today and how well they played, and know that they can either decide to sit on there and wait till one of them gets injured, or we decided to put them on, or they can really challenge for a place and really step up and work hard, you know, to get better and to put them under some sort of pressure. So competition for places is good, so the more players I have available, the better.
Sometimes you will see panic after a bad loss, but do you think it's important now not to almost rest after such a good win and to keep pushing on forward? Yeah,
absolutely. I think that, you know, when you win a game, you've got an opportunity to go on a run. You know, we've got another game, and then of course it's the international break, but then we've got a massive December. We've got 7 games, you know, so if we could go into the international break with a victory, then that would be great, you know. But we've seen today, you know, Dundee have beaten Hamilton after Hamilton have beaten Aberdeen. That's the nature of the league. So, you know, we just have to make sure that we pick the team that we want to play, that we've got the team we want to play, and they go out in the same frame of mind as they did today.
Right. Well, congratulations, Mark. Great performance, great result. Cheers.